What's up, George Washington? How you doing, man? Hope you had a great weekend. I'm glad to see you back. First viewer, as always. Thanks for tuning in. Just getting stuff set up here. I'm excited for tonight. Hope you guys are too. We have a lot to talk about, a lot of different stocks I want to go over. I'm also streaming this on YouTube, so if you were interested, good. I'm glad you had a good weekend. If you guys are interested in looking at my screen and see what my charts look like, you can go over to my YouTube channel. I have everything set up over there, so it should be streaming. I'm pretty sure the voice is coming out. I have everything set up. Yeah, okay. Oh, does it? Hold on here. I have everything set up. Yeah, okay. I wonder if it actually sounds really weird. I don't know. I'll have to go check and see. Okay, I'm gonna go there. Let me know when you join the YouTube stream. Let me know if the mic sounds weird, if it sounds like it's echoing or something. But because I don't know, it sounds weird on my end, but it could just be me. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight? If you have any stocks you want me to go over, or any questions or anything, just let me know. Yeah, if that's you, George Washington, on my YouTube streaming, just comment if the mic sounds okay. Because it sounded weird on my end, but it could just be because it's echoing through my streaming server. But I'm not sure. Just let me know. If you have any stocks you want me to go over real quick, because I do have a list of stocks I'm going to discuss later on in the video, or later on in the stream. But for right now, if you have any stocks you want me to go over, any questions for this week, or just questions in general, it is echoey? Okay. Okay, let's try that. Does that sound better? Let's try that. Okay, let's try that. Does that sound better? Okay, it sounds like it does. I had to switch to my different mic. Okay, so that's better. Okay, sweet. Yeah, let's go for AMC real quick. That one I'm liking more and more every day that I look at it as more of a swing trade or even a long-term investment to some extent. If we look over here on our overall 180-day chart, you can see that we've been in an uptrend for about the past month or two now, with solid strength. I like this little pullback. I think we could pull back to probably around $12.50, a little under 13. I would take an entry for a swing trade. But obviously AMC has been crazy with volume, so I think I would trade this. I think it's easier to trade off of rather than take it for a swing trade. But a day trade, I like AMC with a day trade. I think there's a lot of volume. It tends to spike up a lot. And we'll see how Gamestop is going to be trading this week. And I'm excited for it because that was my top stocks to watch for this week. Gamestop has earnings coming out Tuesday afternoon. And it really doesn't matter what the earnings come out to be. I think there's just going to be a lot of talk about GameStop through Wall Street Bets and a lot of talk in general about GameStop. So I think that's definitely one to keep watch for. So I think a lot of the meme stocks are going to be coming back this week. I think we're going to have a lot of GameStop hype. We're going to have a lot of AMC hype. Just all those Wall Street Bet stocks got. What's up, guys? Whoa, we got everybody joining in right now. A lot of Wall Street Bets stocks are going to be pumping this week because of those earnings. What was that $9 stock that you were going to go back? BNGO, that was one of my top stocks for this week. BNGO has earnings coming out Tuesday afternoon. Another big stock I want to watch out for. Yeah, let's go over Mara too. BNGO has earnings after Tuesday after hours, so that's a big stock I want to watch for. I think a break of, I talked about in the video, my YouTube video at least, $9.75 to $10 area, a break over that would be a perfect entry for a couple days swing trade. Obviously we have Tuesday after hours, so you got to be careful. I don't want to hold it through earnings after hours, but I think it'd be a great day trade. I think there's going to be a lot of volume with this stock as it tends to spike up on news, and if earnings are good, I think we could see a big play on Wednesday. Yeah, let's go for Mara. So actually, I don't know how crypto's been doing over the weekend too much. I think it was hovering near 58 last night, but let me check again right now and see. So yeah, it shows back on, I don't know if that's updated. It shows around 57. That could be about accurate. But Mara, Riot, both stocks that I love. for the long term as Bitcoin plays. If you're bullish in Bitcoin, you want to hold Mara Riot in your portfolio. I think they're trading pretty flat as of right now. I wouldn't say it's the best entry, but you don't want to miss out, because if Bitcoin breaks through that 65, even 70K area, this is going to be going with it. And Mara and Riot are definitely ones to keep watch for. So those are definitely keep watch for. But I have a list of stocks, so if you guys have any questions or stocks, drop them down below. We can go over them. We got a big week this week. I'm excited. Hopefully, bond yields will start to cool off a little bit. Pre-markets are showing the Dow future is down 46 points. S&P is about flat, and NASDAQ is up about 11 points. So not too much action going on. But again, we'll have to see how everything plays out tomorrow. Rate it, please. I'm not too sure what you're talking about. Rate it, please. SNDL. Yeah, let's go with SNDL real quick. That is one of those that if the cannabis sector is doing well, I like to trade off this stock. I'm not a big fan of this stock holding, but some people are, and they've been taking good profits off of it. I think we're trading at a very low level, and I think if we get a pop back over $1.50, $1.60 area, I think with some volume, I think it would be great to trade off of SNDL. SOS, yeah, a lot of you are in SOS. SOS is a good stock that I like to trade off of. Not huge into holding it, but I think there's many opportunities just by looking at our 5-day right here. On last Wednesday, you could have ran up from $6 all the way to almost $8 in one day. That's a $2 gain just throughout one day of trading. But within a couple hours on Thursday, it ran up from $7.70 all the way to $8.80. So there's lots of opportunities with SOS for a day trade. I always keep SOS on my day trading, like just watch my secondary chart, because even if Bitcoin isn't doing the best that day, or even if SOS isn't my top watch, I still want to keep it on there, because these volume spikes in SOS, man, are good to trade off of. So we'll definitely keep watching that. CPNG, that's the first stock that I have that I'm watching very much so for this week. And just because we're starting to flatten out, it is the e-commerce stock we got going on there, the new one that just IPO'd. We'll look at it over here. We'll pull up some news in this. When did it IPO again? It was like sometime last week. Yeah. They raised $3.4 billion in the US IPO, and it is the e-commerce company for South Korea. Shares indicated, blah, 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 blah. I think we IPO'd at like $60, but we pulled back. We're in the nice $40 range. I like where we're trading right now. I think there's a lot of upside potential with this stock, as it's one of the #1 e-commerce companies out there in South Korea. But again, Jumia is a great stock for the Amazon. And then you have there's another one for, I think, Russia, Ozone, I want to say it is, OZON. So what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, click the link in my bio and join my Discord. It's completely free, and I give you guys a morning watch list. So if you guys are interested in checking out for the stocks for the day, and you just want to find the top stocks that are moving, or stocks to trade off of, or stocks to invest in, whatever the case may be, click the link in my bio, and I send out a watch list every morning. What do you think about crypto? Ethereum? Yes, I love Ethereum. I love Bitcoin. Ethereum's getting close to that 2K mark. I think if Bitcoin has one more big push, Ethereum will be going over that 2,000 mark. What's the price at it now? Oh, that didn't type in the price. Let me go with the price over here. Hold on one sec. So it's back down to 1,700. Well, 1,780, I should say. I could see this going long term, both Ethereum and Bitcoin. I love those as cryptos. There's many other cryptos I like as well. Dom, ZOM, and SND, or Doge, ZOM, and SNDL. So Dogecoin, always got to have some money in Dogecoin, man. Can't go wrong with that stock as a meme stock. But you know what? You never know. Something could happen long term. ZOM, I was very disappointed because of the news that we got last week. It got beat down hard. But you know what? I think we'll still see a significant run up to the date of their True Forma releasing, we'll call it. And so I think a $2 entry is not a bad price. You just got to watch your stop loss, because if this starts to sell off more with more news coming out before it's actually released, then I'm going to be kind of upset about the whole trade. I was already kind of bummed out that it didn't go the way that we're planning to, because I think a price target of $4 or $5 would have been easily achieved with this stock. This is a very hyped up name and a very hyped up True Forma release that they've been trying to get out there. So what's up, homie? How's it going, man? Thank you for joining the stream. I'm glad you're back. What do you think we'll go up to for Zom? Right now, I don't know. I think we got to break certain levels of resistance before we get talking about anything. I think we got to get back up to that 230 area. Once we get back up to 230, I think we got to break through that. I think we got to break through 270. And then if we can break through 270, I think we have potential to get back up to $3 plus and max out where we previously were. But I think a price target right now of, I would call it back to previous highs of $3 by the end of this week is possible. But again, it hasn't been trading like I wanted it to, so we'll just have to keep watching it. It's not my favorite one to watch, but there are other ones I'm watching right now. But Zom is definitely not one of them. Pen, let's go over Pen. I mentioned it last week as a big stock that I'm looking out for a swing trade. I like the looks of it. If you're on YouTube and you're looking at my charts right now, I gotta pull it back up over here. So yeah, guys, if you're on stream here and you want to see my charts and not look at me, you guys can go to my YouTube channel and I'm streaming on there, so you can check out all my charts. So as you can see in this bottom right chart right here, this is our 180-day chart, and this is a nice area of support, which is this red SMA line. And because of the fact that we bounced here in SMA line, we are testing it again. I think there's a lot of upside potential with this stock, not only for the long term, but for a good swing trade here. We already tested this area and we bounced on Friday, and I think with more upside, there's a lot more upside potential with this stock. And I think we just got to hold this area, and we'll break into new highs in the next couple weeks to months for sure. With this is a COVID recovery play. This is definitely a name that you want in your long-term portfolio. Penn National Gaming is a stock to be holding. I like the looks of it. So yeah, just keep watch out for that. And we'll definitely be looking out for this one for a swing trade. Adobe's a long-term stock as well that I like. There's a lot of long-term names this week. I don't have a whole lot of cheaper penny stocks, but if you guys want to drop any down below, I can go over them. What do you think of Acer? Is that the ticker? I'm assuming so, ACR. Acer, very low volume. Looks like it was a pump and dump back in early March and hasn't done much since then. I had an alert here set. I don't know what that was up about. Let's look at some news though. Acer, I don't even know. Oh, it's a therapeutics. Okay, so I did remember this one. Yep. So Acer looked to be a pump and dump off of news, and I'm not too interested in this one per se. It did run up about 20 cents on Friday, but very low, choppy volume, so not easy to trade off of. I think we could find better names to trade off of for sure. I'm excited to see how the overall market's going to be tomorrow for trading-wise, at least. In the morning, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. Nspr looks like the next stock that you guys recommended. We're trading around 80 cents right now. Okay, with previous highs a little over $1.40, well, $1.50 we almost got to. I don't know if this is one of those plays that tends to spike on only news. It could be. They reported earnings estimates and not much happened. They did drop a little bit off of it. I think we have a strong area of resistance at 85 cents. So I think 85 cents, watch that area for sure. And then we have even stronger at 90 cents. So watch those area 85 cents, 90 cents. I think if we break over 90 cents and it still shows an uptrend from there, I think you have a lot of long-term potential to get or short-term potential to get a trade on this stock. Okay. What other stocks do we have in here? Let's go over. How's DKNG doing? DraftKings. Oh yeah, DraftKings had a really good day on Friday. There were a couple names that I do remember had a good day on Friday, and DraftKings was definitely one of them. Overall, has just been killing it lately. Has been an overall uptrend. Testing those previous highs. I think if we can break out of those previous highs, which will be happening very soon. That $74 area is crucial though, because we did test it once there and not again for a while. But those two areas right there, we tested it. So TYME. Whoop. Oh boy, I screwed that up. TYME. Let's go back here. TYME. Looks like it hasn't been doing a whole lot since its recent spike. It looks to be, was it back on earnings? Yeah, it looks like earnings did something forward. Either that or was coincidentally news came out around earnings time frame. I think it's been trading flat. It's not my favorite name to be watching for. It doesn't do too much and it's low volume, so not my favorite penny stock to be looking at. But it is a technology play, it looks like. Yes, it is. So Time Technology. It is echoing. Nope. Is the mic on the stream good for YouTube? Just let me know in the comments. All right, guys. Yeah, keep dropping tickers down below. If you guys have any just questions to me, I'll be happy to ask them. Anyone that's new into the markets or just looking to just ask some questions that you just may not know the answers to, for sure, just let me know. Because this is what I love to just talk to you guys and like figure out what you guys want to know more about, what you're interested in. What is this? An energy fuels play has been in an overall uptrend for a little while now. Ever since about November. A nice little pullback. Okay. It's testing our 50-day SMA line right now. And it has bounced from that. It depends what you're trying to do with this. If you're just trying to trade with it, I would just watch for. It tends to have these volume spikes every once in a while, maybe off of news or something. But I would keep watching this one. It's been an overall uptrend. I think you could enter in now at around $6.50. Not a bad entry. And then just average in if it keeps going down if you're long term with this stock. But yeah, ZYNE. ZYNE. Okay, this one looks like a decent one to trade off of for sure. We had that spike back there around early mid-February time frame, ran up to $10 almost. Another spike here. There's multiple times where we spiked. These are the type of stocks that are easy to trade off of. When it's a stock that trades off in news, all we got to do is check in the morning, is there news in this stock and is there volume? Boom. That's how you find a good trading setup, okay? And then from there, you got to figure out with your simple moving averages, your exponential moving averages, your volume, your MACD. That's when you use all the other technicals. But really, to find stocks in the morning, if you have a stock that tends to spike, let's say once every 2 weeks or once a week maybe, even if it's nothing crazy, and you see that trend for the past several months, take that knowledge, keep that stock in your watch list, and then if it happens to spike up one morning and you see it's up so-and-so amount of percent, there you go. Look at what news it was, and then from there, add that to your main watch list for the day, and then do your own research for figuring out where your entry and exit point would be, what your stop loss is at. So ZYNE, before I get too sidetracked, I liked how it spiked up the other day. I think this is definitely a nice one to trade off of. Had a nice run up Friday afternoon. I definitely would keep this one on my watch list. I don't know if I've ever traded off this one for sure, but it has opportunities out there. So you know what? I'm gonna throw it on my other watch list. Just for right now. I'll have to organize that later. But yeah. DSS and CLVS. Oh, CLVS. Let's go over DSS first. I've had a couple people talk about this one. It has been uptrending for the past couple sessions, and I like the overall direction of where it's heading. We did cross over both of our moving average lines. So as much as I thought this was just more of a stock to trade off of, we're starting to show signs of some overall uptrending, and I think this 450 area test will be interesting, for sure. Yeah. That 450 area looks like we bounced on it on Friday. Yep. So watch DSS a break over 450. I'm going to put an alert on that as well. Even if we pop over it tomorrow morning, I think a break over 450 will be nice as signs of an overall uptrend continuing. CLVS. Yeah, let's go over CLVS. Okay, so yes, we did talk about this one, I think, a couple days ago on one of my other streams. So they popped up on Friday. It was off of news. I can't remember what news it was. Maybe we can pull it up real quick. Doesn't really matter, but the fact that we closed, and it's certain stocks like this that pops off the news. So stocks either pop off the news and then completely plummet back down to basically the price where it was at the day before. But this stock held up nicely, held $7.50 area very nicely throughout the day. We tested once, twice, 3 times. So watch this one definitely at open tomorrow and throughout this week. It was obviously good news for the company because it held up in that area, and there was still a lot of momentum throughout the day. It wasn't just a quick spike up in the first 20 minutes of the day and then pulled back. It spiked up again, kept on running, and held up nicely. So CLVS, a good stock to keep watch on. Again, watch for volume and watch for news. They met their phase 3 study in ovarian cancer. That's big for them, and that was their endpoint. So that's big news for the company. I'm not in it long term. I wouldn't recommend it long term unless you know more about the company. But for sure, this is one trade off of one to keep watch. I'm going to put that one on the watch list as well for tomorrow. Just for me personally, obviously tomorrow morning I'll wake up and I'll check out different stocks to look at. NXTD, let's go over that one real quick. Just going down the line, so it'll take me a little bit. NXTD looks like it's been trading flat for a little while. Not sure. It spiked up back here in mid of February. I don't see much with it at the moment, but keep your eyes watched out for it. I don't know if there's anything coming up, any future catalysts. I'm just taking what I know from based off the chart, and if I know more about the company, But as of right now, I don't know too much about that. Gmbl. Let's go over Gmbl real quick. If you guys have any stocks, just drop them down below. If you guys are new here, click the link in my bio and join my Discord. It's completely free, and I give you guys a morning watch list of stocks to watch out for. So all those day traders that are all doing all those stocks that they find within the first 30 minutes and they make a trade off of it, those are the types of stocks that I'll put in the morning watch list for you guys. So you guys are able to take those day trades or swing trades with those stocks, as well as long-term investments, because I know that's where a lot of people are at right now that are following my Discord and following this channel. But there's also people that love the day trade and love the swing trade and love the just the emotions and all that stuff like that. So it's very exhilarating and it's a fun time. And if you guys are interested in that, click the link in my bio and join my Discord, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to see what the charts look like right now, that's what I'm doing right now. So you can see exactly what I'm looking at. All my technicals, all my charts, all my lines, everything is on here. And it's on my YouTube channel right now, so you can check that out. Gmbl, let's check out Gmbl. Looks like they ran up back here. Not sure. Oh, it's an esports entertainment. Okay, so esports has been doing very well. All those types of stocks. I kind of like this one. Sort of overall uptrending. We had this big red candle here. I don't know what news came out. It's a choppy one, low volume for sure, but you know what? It's a slow mover, and I think if you believe in this long term, this isn't a bad entry point at all. I think we're still showing signs of an overall uptrend because we held that $14 area, tested it a couple times. So because of that reason, I think this is a great stock. $14.50 area. $14.50 is definitely a key level of support, just by looking at it at least. And I think we're holding up nicely. I think there's a lot of upside to this one at the direction we're headed. So yeah, keep dropping tigers down below, guys. We got a good viewing tonight. If you guys have any questions about anything in the stock market or anything at all, really, any stock tickers, any news coming up this week, we could talk about some hype plays. Where's my Tesla bulls out there? Let's see where they're at. Back down to 650. I think this is a great buying opportunity at this level for Tesla. Especially if we bounce here, that'll just show signs of a stronger higher low, so we won't be testing that lower low. But if we do test the lower low, I think that's another great buying opportunity as well. TRCH, let's go over that one real quick. Yeah, TRCH. So this is another one. I do remember hearing about this one. So I can remember these visually. Like, I just remember what they look like in torchlight. Yeah, so I remember this one. This one is a good one to trade off and to keep on your watch list. Like I said, the ones that tend to spike, and I can count how many opportunities we got here. So this is one little run up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the eight run ups in the past month. That's a pretty solid day trading stock to have in your watch list. So think about that. 8 solid run ups. So TRCH, one to keep watch for. Right now we're trading at a very flat period right now, and at once it looks like after it trends flat for a while, it tends to spike off of some news. So keep this one in your watch list. I wouldn't say take a position in it yet, because I don't have any upcoming catalysts unless you know something that I don't. But TRCH, one to keep watching for. Is that the one? That is the one that's merging. Who are they merging with? That's a good question. Who are they merging with? Torchlight said it's continued to work towards regulating requirements related to business combinations with metamaterial. Okay, so could be with them. It sounds like it's with them. Yeah, metamaterial. Looks to be, at least. Lots of news in this one with some well-known stocks. No one mentioned TCAT yet. Let's talk about that one real quick. One of our NFT plays, and I think this is going to be a longer-term type hype of stock. It's going to get hyped up a lot, and I think any pullback on this, again, play it safely, but I think this could be a good, solid swing trade at this point, especially where we're trading right now with previous highs. It's just so jumpy that you just got to be careful. Don't take too large a position that you can't hold. But this one, I do like these NFT plays. I think this kind of trend is going to stick around for a little while. ONXT, or ONTX, my bad. ONTX, yeah, so tends to spike off of news looks like, I think this is a great one to trade off of. I'd keep this one on my watch list for sure. I can't really say an entry and exit point for this one, as it just tends to just randomly spike off of certain news or volume spikes in the morning. But these types of plays are good to trade off of, guys. So keep that one on your watch list as well. What else we got in here? Jumia, the African Amazon, another swing trade, long-term stock I like. But at this level, I think it's a great opportunity to add to your position. I know a lot of you are probably in Jumia or have heard of it. And I think this is one to definitely keep watch on for. I have a price target over the next 3 months for it to get back up to that $90. Again, that sounds like a stretch, but what they're doing and the company itself, what they have plans for the future, along with the market that they have, they're definitely in the top of where they are with e-commerce over in Africa. I mean, there's really no other competition, and you may think, okay, why am I going to invest in an African-based company? What kind of e-commerce business do they do out there? They do a lot more than what you would think, and it's definitely one with what their sales and what they're priced right now. They should be trading a lot higher, in my opinion. And so Jumia is ticker symbol JMIA. I like this e-commerce stock a lot. I harp on it a lot, but gonna give you one more thank me later. AABB. Yeah, let's go over that one real quick. AABB. Asia Broadband. Okay, so this is really a penny stock. I like that we're running up. We tested that 50-cent area and we couldn't break through. I would call that a really key level of resistance right now. But we've been holding up our blue direction, or blue short-term SMA line right here. So for you people in YouTube, if you're watching, you can see that there's a lot of price strength, because the further away these green candles are from this SMA line, signals that we're in an overall uptrend, and not only that, we're in a strong uptrend. So when we started to lose momentum, we started getting closer to this SMA line, but we touched multiple times to this SMA line, but we're still holding it. We're starting to top out here. You can see the multiple tops, boom, 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 and boom, boom. So that 50-cent area needs to break, and we need to get above it. And I think if we do, we're looking good. You can see on here we've been in an overall uptrend in the past 5 days too. So I think this one's a good one. AABB. Again, it's a penny stock, and I don't know what type of company this is on the OTC, so it's not probably one that I'll touch. But not a bad one to look at. DNN. Yeah, let's go for DNN. I think we already did though. You the man. See you soon, bro. Alright, thanks. I'll catch you later, man. Thank you for stopping by in the stream. Yeah, we'll see you later. DNN. Yeah, let's go over DNN. I think we already did. This is one that I do like. Yeah. This is one that I like. Tends to spike off of news a lot, but we gotta get news. We gotta get volume to spike off of. So that's my type of thing. For sure. UAVS. Yeah, let's go for UAVS. So UAVS was one that I was in a long time ago, back in July. If any of you guys remember, back in July when we first got news that they were possibly going to do a collaboration or an agreement with Amazon to do drones for Amazon, because they were building that warehouse down at one of the Amazon, in Wichita, Kansas, I think it was. If any of you guys know what I'm talking about, UAVS, a long time ago over in the summer, back around in July, I want to say, was going to do some sort of business agreement with Amazon, and it spiked up. So it was right back here. Maybe it wasn't even July. Oh no, it was July. Okay, so it was back here, and it ran up nicely. It ran up from like $1 all the way up to, yeah, like $4 almost. When I thought it was like crazy, and now we're talking it ran up to $17 the other day. So it's definitely got a lot more momentum into it now, a lot more volume, and it's a lot more known. So this one I definitely like to trade off of. I think when news comes out about UAVS, I think it's a great stock to watch for sure. By the way, great call on ZKIN. So yeah, ZKIN, NK, or TKAT, no, TKAT, yeah, TKAT, ZKIN, OCG, all those stocks are good NFT plays to keep watching for. I did like ZKIN as well. I think it's just had great, I mean, look at this. On the day chart, you have, well, that wasn't really the best one, but you have a great run up here, another pullback, a nice little run up here, another pullback, a great run up here, another pullback. Like, there's so many opportunities with these NFT plays, and I think when you catch them and you're in for a good run up on them. They've been showing lots of great volume, and I just like the way they've been trading. They've been very like clean. They've been clean run ups, is what I'm trying to say. So should we keep a watch on this week? Yeah. I think it's great. I think they could all go for a pullback though, so just be wary of that. So I personally am probably not going to hold a position in any of these, and even if you are interested in doing that, I would just take a small position at a time, and then wait for them to average down. especially if you're long-term with these. But I think there's a lot more hype into these plays as we move forward, and I think they're going to be great trading opportunities. So I'll probably put them in the morning watch list for tomorrow, my list of stocks that I do. I'll definitely put NFT plays, and I'll add probably my top 3 favorite ones for the morning if there's a lot of volume showing in those, and those are ones to keep watch for. And then as well, I'll probably give price targets for them based on how they're trading. Just kind of hard because they're hype plays, so I mean, they're as much as people believe in these, and they're only as interesting as people want them to be interesting. So it's all about the hype right now, and it's short term, so who knows. Big talks that they would do the drone company for Amazon. Yeah, so the whole drone thing with Amazon UAVs, that started back in July, and I think it's going on again now. There's a lot of news with it. I think it's a great one to trade off of, UAVs. So keep watching that for sure. But if you guys have any stocks, keep dropping them down below. So in my TikTok and my YouTube video today, we talked about Gamestop. They have earnings coming up Tuesday after hours. I think it's going to be a great stock to trade out tomorrow and Tuesday. A lot of volume. I think Wall Street Bets is going to be following it, and I think you probably should go along with the crowd if you're looking for a stock to trade off of with lots of volume. I think GameStop could be definitely your stock to follow. Chewy was recommended. I saw way earlier. It did a double bottom, and it's showing nice signs of reversal right now. Around $77 we got that bottom out. So I think an entry on Chewy would be closer to probably like 85, 86 area. I would look, and if we can break over that previous resistance around $88, there's a lot of upside potential with this stock. I like Chewy actually as a longer term play, but I think there's a lot of opportunity in the short term. So CHWY, check out the chart on this one. Check it out for swing trade type of opportunity, and even a long term investment at this point if you're interested in the company. I think there's a lot of long term potential with this stock. So Chewy is definitely one to watch for. FSR, yeah, let's go over FSR. Fisker, was this one? Yeah, so Fisker has been talked about a lot recently. Has just been all over the place, but we're trading very close to that 180 SMA line where it tends to bounce. So it's a crucial level, a key support level, and I like this stock at this price, especially for the long term. I think there's a lot more room for it to grow. And I think it's not going to be a fast mover, and I don't think it's my favorite play of all time, but I think there's definitely news behind this one, and I think it's trading at a very cheap level right now. CHPT. Oh, the charge point. Yes. So charge point, I liked when it was in its SPAC stage. With I can't even think of what it was actually. That's gonna annoy me. Someone just let me know what the ticker was. It was charge point. What was it? Oh, SBE. SBE. I did some great trades on that one. I liked it for the swing trade. Multiple opportunities where every time it pulled back, it recovered and bounced out and made higher highs. It pulled back, higher highs. Pulled back. It didn't make higher highs here, but that was still a great run up. We got close to 180 SMA line. So CHPT, it's definitely one to keep watch for. I think it's trading very low, but also this is how SPAC plays go. When it's in the SPAC stage, it's very hyped up, and then when it turns to the actual company, it dies down. It loses that hype for the short term. If you're a long believer in ChargePoint, which honestly I think this is a great deal for the stock and what their plans are, at least what they're saying they're going to do for business wise. They're one of the top ChargePoint stations or charging stations. That's being talked about. So I do like CHPT ChargePoint for the long term, and I think it's trading at a cheap level for the short term as well. So good call out on that one. I'm going to keep that on the watch list because I kind of forgot when it went over, it changed its ticker, and I haven't been keeping up to date with that one as well. So YGMZ, let's talk about that one real quick. Oh, YGMZ. You guys are giving out good tickers tonight. Lots of stuff. So YGMZ, is this, what is this one? Some Chinese logistics company. Anyway, it's been trading very low volume and it's been trading flat. Looks like it spiked up a while ago, probably in some sort of news, to $58. Wow. But it looks like it's just dead right now. There's not much going for it. Keep watching it if we tend to get any more news with whatever happened before, but I'm not a big fan of that one, personally. Should we expect Lemonade to get back above 130? Yeah. Definitely expected to get back above 130. It's how long, and I'm a little nervous on this one only because we're still hovering around that $9,900 area. I really want it to break out, but I can also see it keep on downtrending and not getting above that. While here on our 20-day chart, you can see it bounced on this 180 SMA line and it hits as resistance. Can't get above it. So we are trading slowly above it now, but if it can't hold above and drops back below, I don't like this one as much. But Lemonade will get back up there. Just give us some time. But I mean, if we can get back up to 108 to 110 level, I think it would be a better opportunity for that swing trade that I talked about a while back. Well, a while back, it was last week. But there's opportunities in this one, but just take it slow. I think if we break below $95, I'm not going to be interested in this one as much anymore. But we're still showing signs of some strength, so we'll just have to keep watching that one for sure. But yeah, I could probably get back to 130. I just don't know when. At the rate we're going, we'll have to see. Depends how it trades this week for sure. What else we got going on here? Oh, we could talk about Adobe. So that was on one of my top stocks. I can't wait for tomorrow day trade stocks. Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? That's the only thing. So many people wait on the weekends, and they wait for the weekends, and then now the weekend's hit, and you're like, oh, the market's closed. But you know, Adobe, ADBE. This is a great long-term stock to have in your portfolio. It's a very good software stock. There's a lot going for it. And the sector that it's in is only expected to grow. It's been flatlining for a while, though. You can see here it's been very choppy over the past, basically, couple months. But if we go back even further, the past couple of years, this is normal for the stock. They tend to trade flat, they tend to trade choppy for a while, and they tend to pop out of that channel and break into new highs. It's just cooling off overall because it's ran up from $280 back in March all the way to $536. So it's a big jump for the company. TAWNF. But yeah, Adobe has earnings coming out Tuesday afternoon, so keep watching that. TAWNF. Let's go to this chart right here. Oh, I don't know why I'm looking at here. So TAWNF. Oh yes, this one was somebody called it out in my Discord. It was up like 3,000%, something crazy like that, and it's true. It ran up from 16 cents all the way to $5.95. It's insane, and I think we have to keep watching this one. I kind of forgot about this, but it is on the OTC, so not my favorite to trade on. I'm not a big fan of trading the pink sheet stocks, but it's a stock that's $6 now, well $5, so it's interesting to trade off of. It had its opportunities for sure on Friday. Multiple spikes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and I double topped out at a $5.95ish area, $6. So keep watch for it. But yeah, it was up 3,000%, and these are the risky ones though, because as fast as they can go up, as fast as they can go down. And oh, it was you that called it out. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, I didn't even notice this one. And when you called it out, I was like, wow, yeah, 3,000%. I mean, honestly, I'm excited to see what this opens up tomorrow. It'll be interesting. For sure. Oh, gosh, yeah. What is it, whatchamacallit there, the directional ETF. So I think you're able to play this one on market red days. Or is this the one? No. No, this isn't it. No, yeah, it is it. I'm pretty sure when the market's red, you play Gush. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But it has pulled back, and if we can test that, if we can test like 65 area again, that'd be, or 66 area more likely. But we are overall in a downtrend. We were testing that area, so it was act as resistance multiple times. So Gush, I'm not sure how to play this one per se, but just keep watching it. AMC, yeah. If you weren't here before, I discussed AMC as one that I'm starting to like more as a long-term investment. Crazy to think. I see it more as not being it's a Wall Street bet stock, nonetheless, but it's a stock that's a reopening play. And yeah, you may not be going to the movie theaters, but they announced that they're going to be having all their movie theaters open across the U.S. by the end of March. That's huge news. And I think this is a reopening play. It's going to do very well this summer. And I think if we get a pullback back to like around $12 area, even $12.50, I think that's a great buy-in for a nice upward trending play that's been in an overall upward direction. So AMC, this is also a great day trade stock, but I think I'm liking this one more for a swing trade. I don't have a position in this quite yet. I think another dip on this, I'll throw an alert like 1240 area and below. If we hit that, I think it would be a nice entry point. Just because every time that we hit this 50 EMA line, we've bounced off of it, and we've been holding above it very nicely. So AMC, I like this one. I need all my portfolio to get over 3,000% tomorrow. Yeah, don't we all? Like, it was so much easier to find and trade stocks just a few months ago, and I feel like ever since I started this whole TikTok thing, I feel like I was the reason this market's just gone downhill. It's like for the longest time, I mean, from basically May until, I mean, there was a couple big dips over the summer, the dip before the election, but then we recovered insanely once the election went through. I mean, there was so much opportunities last year, and now this year is starting to cool off a little bit. We're starting to see what the market actually acts like, which is scaring people. So, long story short, yeah, I'd love to get my portfolio over 3,000% tomorrow as well. So I guess we just got to find that next stock. We just got to find it sooner. And whoever called it out before, just tell us a little bit sooner next time. Maybe we can get a better trade on it. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But, I mean, that's the whole point of it. I mean, that's why anytime I see somebody call out a stock, I instantly look at it, because you don't know what it could be, what type of news it could be. Always look for the news. If there's really good news about it, and it's trading very cheap, and you think that it's got a lot of hype and a lot of volume behind it, definitely keep watching it. Thank you for what you do. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate all the support, and thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I don't know. I enjoy doing this. I think it's really fun to get to like talk to you guys and grow the community. And not only that, just kind of help you guys out. And you guys are helping me out. I mean, all these tickers that I'm just not familiar with or don't know too much about. It's great to go over them. Nnox is the next stock in the list. So Nnox is a stock that I bonk myself every time, because when it first came out back here at $20, I got a beautiful entry at $32. $32 in Nnox, and I sold out. I don't even know what it was. I think it was like closer to almost 50, because I was like, you know what? I almost doubled my money in this. I'm out. I'm done. And it ran up all the way to $70. Then it pulled back hard, and it's been an overall uptrend ever since, and it hit $95 for all-time highs. Nnox is definitely one to keep watch for. I like the way that it trades. I wish I didn't sell out on it, but I took my profits and ran, because it was one of those stocks that just went public, and I didn't have enough knowledge at the time about it. But this was way back, like in fall time frame. So Nnox though, I like how it trades, and I think we could see keep on uptrending with upward direction. So keep watching Nnox. I think closer to that $50 break would be nice to see again. We're trading at $48, so not too much of a difference, but just keep watching it. What do you think of Gmbl? I don't know if I'm too interested in this one. I mean, tends to run up a little bit, but nothing. Nah, I'm not interested in Gmbl, and I think it's on the pink sheets as well, so not too interested in that. But yeah. What's this? But yeah, keep dropping tickers down below, guys. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Few viewers on YouTube, sorry, what happened to this stock? ONTX, what program are you using? Also, thanks for doing this. Oh, so, okay, for you people on YouTube that are looking at my charts right now, I am on TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. So, basically, I'll break it down real quick. This is a terrible stock to break it down on. Let me see, BNGL. Yeah, let's go to BNGL real quick, too, as well. Do you want any research on SOL? Which one was that? Sol? Oh, yes, you told me about this one. You entered, I think, at like 1250 or something, or maybe I think it was like 1250 you entered or something. You had a really nice entry in that one. We talked about that on Friday. And I like where this stock is actually at. Again, it's testing that $13 area. Like we talked about, I think Sol could go back down to $10. But again, we have earnings coming up the 23rd, so that's interesting to take note of. That's Tuesday, is that? Yeah, so that's Tuesday. So I'm definitely going to keep watching this. I think I had it on one of my watch lists. I'm not sure, though. But yeah, I'm going to keep watching this one for sure. I like what we're trading on Sol. But you guys on YouTube, or for anybody who's interested, I use TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. So basically right here, you're looking at my 1 day, 1 minute chart. Let me pull up a better chart or something so you can actually tell and see what I'm looking at. So like over here on the bottom, yeah, I didn't cut it off. So over here in the bottom is right when market opens at 9:30, and each candle on this chart is 1 minute, and this represents a whole day. So on this chart up here, I have it set for 5 minutes, and this is just what I have it set for right now. Market opens right here at 9:30, and every candle is 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute interval and goes all the way to the end of the day. So obviously you can see these candles, all these candles are now condensed into 5-minute candles. So there's less candles. And now we take it even further. For this example, I'm using a 4-hour, but normally I'll use like a 20-day or 10-day or something like that. So now every one of these are 15 minutes. So for the whole day, market opens at 9:30, closes over here. Every 15 minutes is a candle, so it condenses even more. So that's how my platform works, along with we have my RSI, my MACD, my volume, both RSIs on both of these charts, and then VWAP, EMAs, SMAs, all that good stuff. So there's a lot to take in, and at first my charts did not look this complicated. When I first started trading, I used one chart and one time frame. I think one simple moving. I didn't even use a simple moving average line actually when I first started, and so my charts looked a lot different, and it was scary that I used those. But I don't think your chart should be very confusing. I think this is basically as much as I need. I don't like to throw on every single simple moving average line, but yeah. Okay, so we dropped a couple tickers. BNGO and OCGN. Yeah, let's go over those. BNGO and OCGN. And hey, guys, if you're new here, click the link in my bio and join my Discord. It's completely free, and I send out a morning watch list of all the day trading stocks you guys can look out for. So all those traders that you see trading the first 30 minutes of the day and trading and finding all these stocks, well, I do that work for you, and I put that all in a watch list. So if you guys are interested and want to learn and figure out more into day trading and see my free morning watch list, click the link in my bio and join my Discord, as well as my YouTube channel where I'm streaming right now, so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. So when I break down these stocks, you guys can see what I'm looking at and how I figure it out. But BNGO, we have earnings coming up on Tuesday. I like this stock for sure. I like the price that it's at for a short-term trade. I said a break over 970, 980, even $10 would be a clear break to the upside. Lots of upside potential after that. But again, I wanted to test that area and break through. If we see resistance around that 970 area and we can't get through, then I'd be a little bit worried. But I'd like to see it break through and pop up with volume either tomorrow or Tuesday, have good earnings, and then play a post run up on Wednesday and keep on running up with it. But I think a lot of people like this stock for the long term. I'm personally not in it for the long term, but I think this is a great stock to keep watch for. And OCGN, another one that we like to trade off of a lot, tends to spike up on news. And I think there's a lot of opportunities with this one as well. It's starting to form more of a triangle wedge here. Kind of, sort of. But it's getting close to that 180-day SMA line, which I'm very interested about. Let's see if this will actually come out. This isn't going to be clean. But I guess it'd be something like that, kind of. It's not perfect, the triangle I'm drawing in here, but you can kind of see it forming down. So normally when a triangle happens like this, it's more clean, but if it does happen like this, it tends to pop out of the triangle, either to the downside and flush or to the upside and pop up. So that's interesting to take note of for sure, but I also wanted to see this test this area around 850, which we tested 860 and bounced a couple times. So OCGN, keep watch for news, keep watch for morning volume. This is a great one to trade off of. And yeah, I'd recommend keeping that one in watches for sure. So what else do we got on here? So I have Penn, GameStop, Chewy, BNGO, Adobe, CPNG, CLVS, CHPT, and TAWNF. HDMC, all hype, yeah. HDMC is a dead stock now. I hate to say it because a lot of people still, yeah, that's what happens when there's no volume. It's a stock that I'm not going to touch. It just ran up mid-February. And it was good to trade off back then, but I didn't even touch it back then. And there was opportunities, don't get me wrong, but it's dead now, and I don't really want to look into that one too much. Hey, how are you? Good, man. How are you doing? Thoughts on Ethereum and also SRNGU. So SRNGU, I'm assuming it's on the pink sheets. No, it's not. What is this? Soaring Eagle. Oh, is it an acquisition? Yes, it is. Not too familiar with this one. Looks like a SPAC just went public, but first things first, thoughts on Ethereum. I love Ethereum. I love Bitcoin. I think if Bitcoin can break through possibly 70K within the next couple weeks, I think we'll see Ethereum follow as well and break through that 2K mark. I think there's a lot of upside potential for the long term for both of those. And I like Ethereum and Bitcoin both as well. But SRNGU is this acquisition play, and I was gonna look into it a little bit and see. So Soaring Eagle, led by Eagle Equity Partners, completion of the $1.7 billion IPO. That's their 7th public acquisition, vehicled by their Eagle Equity Partners. Initial public offering. SRNGO after February 24th. Does it say who they're going public with yet? I might have missed out somewhere. I can look into this and see. Oh, there's Lucid. I'm shocked no one's asked about CCIV yet. Shocked. Usually that's one of the first questions. I don't see... Maybe I missed down here. I'm not sure who they're going public with. But keep watching this one. Obviously, it just opened as IPO and it's starting to downtrend, but also losing volume. So just keep watching that. I think if you test that $10 area again, it'll probably bounce. So it's always good to check out on that. Cardano, yeah, it's that crypto that just went public, or not just went public, but just went onto Coinbase Pro. And it's one that I promoted and one that I like. One that I'm interested to see where it goes, because there's supposedly a lot of long-term growth with this one. So definitely keep watching that for sure. Cardano, yeah, it's that crypto. Should I buy NIO? NIO, yes. NIO, yeah, I like it at this level a lot. And if we break down NIO just based on the chart, for those of you looking on YouTube, if you look at NIO, so basically in this bottom right-hand corner, you can see this is past, well, 180 days, but you can see along the bottom here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can read the months over here. So we're looking at just basically the past couple months, and we tested this red support or red resistance line right here. Couldn't break through. We tried to break through, but then we broke and couldn't test this resistance line. So it's showing overall signs of a downtrend as of right now. But that doesn't mean if you're long term and you're bullish about the company and the electric vehicle sector, especially over in China, I think this is definitely your #1 play for a Chinese electric vehicle car at this moment in time. And I think it's a great play to have as an electric vehicle car maker for your portfolio. So I think it's a great entry price at $43. I think anything under $50 is a great entry at this point, just based on where we're trading. Yeah, anything under 50 is a great deal. I think there's a lot of short-term potential and long-term potential, but just be wary that you're going to have to hold through some dips. And just like any car maker, with any small negative news that comes out about it, especially with these newer and upcoming ones, especially electric vehicle ones, they tend to spike with any type of news, positive or negative. So just keep watching that. But I like NIO. I think it's a great stock. Since you mentioned it, CCIV, yeah, price target for the future. So I did mention the CCIV a while back that I like this stock a lot. I love it for the long term. But follow me on this one. So CCIV, we're still waiting on our merger date. When we get the merger date, there's going to be a pre-anticipatory run-up, which means it's going to spike up and it's going to continue to run up to that merger date, right? Once that merger date hits, it's going to fall off. That's what happens with these SPAC plays at this stage. And just like any SPAC play, you tend to see it fall off even more after it goes through and goes to its new ticker, which would be Lucid Motors, whatever that ticker is. So then after it goes to its ticker of Lucid Motors, then I say that that'd be a great long-term buy at that point. I think it's a great long-term buy here, but I think if you want to play the pre-run up to the actual merger day, wait for it to pull back again, and then get another entry for the long-term, I think that's another great opportunity of buying it as well. But there's a lot of long-term potential for CCIV. Price target of this to the merger day, I see around $50. I think it can run up to that to the merger day. It'll probably pull back down to $30 again in this general area. Seem to have a lot of resistance and support in this area. It's a confusing area. So I think it'll bounce back to $30. So I think anything in the 20s is a steal. Anything under 30 is good, or 35 I mean is good. Price target on this in a year from now, we're probably going to be looking at back at $70, $80 for sure. Or at least by the end of the year. I'll call it not a year from now, we'll call it end of the year. But again, that's all as long as they keep everything on track. They already delayed their production to the end of fall, but I think this is more of a there's a lot of hype into it, short-term hype right now, and it'll probably die out as we go along. So you got to think long-term with this stock. So I know I'm babbling and talking a lot about it, but I think this is a great long-term electric vehicle stock for what they're planned to do. So as long as they keep their plans on track, I think this is a great stock to have in your portfolio. Piton Peloton. Peloton was a COVID play for sure. We like this one. Ran up to $171. Wow. Before its massive pullback. I think if you're bullish on the company, I think this is a buy-in now. And I'm not only saying that just to pump it. Not that I would pump this stock anyway, because why would I want to pump this one? But if I were to enter in a position here, I would say enter in at this level. $100 level is a nice area of support. Had a nice run up, pulled back to that $100 area, stayed in that range for a while, and is now back in that $100 range. And I think this is a great long-term stock. You're not going to see as massive of growth as we did over those several months during COVID. But I think now that we're reopening again, it'll have more growth in the future. But I think short term, because everything's reopening, hasn't been the top play for everybody. And that's going to happen with a lot of these plays. All these reopening plays are going to be taking over. Our cruise lines, our airlines, the stocks that not many people talk about. Somebody mentioned BA. Oh, I'm so sorry. For whoever mentioned BA, thank you for that call out earlier. BA, this is a long-term stock, people. Have this one in your portfolio on any pullback. I like this stock. I've liked this stock since last April when it was trading at sub $100. And I like this stock now. So at this price, though, I think we could see a pullback. I'm not going to say jump in on it right now. I think we can see a pullback. I think we could see another scare with COVID cases, whatever else. But that'd be only short term because we're still seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, as a lot of people say. And I think under 250 would be a nice buy-in. 240 would be a steal. Anything under that, like I said. But you're looking long term at this stock, so don't get your hopes up too much yet. We've already run up a good bit. So watch for a pullback and then watch for another surge with this stock. Would you recommend selling before merger date, then buy the dip? So, I mean, yes, you can do it that way. You can buy in for the merger, then sell before the merger happens, let it pull back again and buy in again. Or you could just buy in now and have two different accounts, buy in now for one and have it long term and just don't touch it, and then buy with the other one and do the short term trade, whatever you want to do. But it's a good long-term buy here, and it's a good short-term buy here, so it's whatever you recommend doing. But I don't know if you'll see $20 again or $26 after the merger goes through. I think it'll pull back probably to that mid-30s area. Could see it pull back to the 20s, but very unlikely, as after the merger goes through, it's now the company. It's no longer that SPAC play. That's just something to keep watch on. CCL. I like that one for sure. Carnival, CCL is a good one. RCL is another good one. NCLH is another good one. Just listing off a couple. They've been surging the past month. They've been on an overall uptrend. But these were ones that I wasn't even thinking that were going to take off for another year. But here we are. Now we're already starting to see a lot of growth from these stocks. And I think all of these reopening plays, like I said, airlines, cruise lines, CCL is trading very high, so I'd be careful with it entering into position for the long term. I think again you could see a pullback on this one before before entering into position. But again, like where these were trading at pre-COVID, check out RCL. RCL is actually back up to $90, but pre-COVID it was back up $120, $130. So like now we're getting to a point where some of these are trading a little high, so I think you can see another pullback, but they tend to spike up off of reopening news, pull back, spike off. But every time they pulled back, they made higher highs and higher lows. So just looking at this chart, RCL, that's a nice chart right there on RCL. So I mean, trading at $20 was disgustingly cheap. Yes, at the time we thought the world was ending, so nobody wanted to be putting money into stocks like cruise lines and airlines, because who would want to ever fly or take a cruise again? That's what all our minds were at. But that's why you got to kind of think past that point and think of what happens when it's all over with. What happens when COVID is completely gone with, and life will be back to normal eventually. It'll happen, and people will be taking cruises. People will be flying again. It's going to happen, and that's why these were the stocks that you needed to buy back here in April and May of last year, because that's when they were cheap. Now you're gonna have to wait for the pullback. What's going on, Denver? How you doing, man? AI add Russell Index. Is this true? I don't know. Let's check into that. I'm not sure. I personally didn't hear that yet. But I don't see anything about it being added. But again, that just may be rumors. That just may be some news that I'm just not seeing in here. Maybe news that just came out today and that I gotta like Google into. I don't see anything yet about that, so yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't see anything about that, but I guess keep watch. What's going on, guys? We got 7 members in here. Okay, if you're completely new here and you want to learn more about trading and investing, as well as my completely free watch list, click the link in my bio and join my Discord. I do a morning watch list every morning, so the stocks that you see people trade with in the morning that go through and make those trades within the first 30 minutes, and you want to find those stocks, well, I make a list for you completely free. So if you're interested, click the link in my bio and join my Discord. We're gaining up to 500 followers, or members, I should say, in the Discord. So if you're interested in joining the Discord, click the link in my bio. HVBTF. Okay, so another pink sheet stock, but it's in an overall uptrend. So as we can see here in the 180-day chart, we've been holding this SMA line fairly well with this nice run up here to $5.75. And we're in our pullback stage right now. So I think if we test... So a test of $3.50 seems to be nice support. Let's check on this chart and see what we got going on here. Yeah, so $3.50 seems to be nice support besides this huge flush. What happened on March 5th, it looks like, or one of those days. It ran down. It fell down to $2.63. But $2.50 seems like nice support. And if you're bullish on this long term and you see it still uptrending, I think this is a buy in here. This is one of those pullbacks. It seems to pull back, and every time it pulls back, it bounces. So keep watching this blue SMA line. So break over $4 is key. I think if we can get back above $4 on HVBTF, if we can get a break above $4, so put an alert around like $3.90, I think you could look to take an entry for the long-term position from there. But also to trade off of, looks to have somewhat volatility on certain days. It looks like it halted multiple times in this day too. So just keep watching it. And it has been an overall uptrend, but just keep watching it. So many rumors about Apple having their own electric vehicle. Do you think they will partner and try to be their own? That's a good question. So there was talks even with like CCIV and Lucid Motors doing some sort of partnership with Apple. Honestly, personally, I can see Apple going that way and going towards doing their own electric vehicle. I don't know why they would want to merge with another company. I think they could come up with their own ideas and do it themselves, and probably do it better. But it depends. I guess a while ago there was rumors they talked with Tesla and trying to do that, but Apple didn't want to at the time, and Tesla was like, no, okay, then we're not going to go through with this deal. And it never happened. But it was short-term, just small talk rumors. But obviously now, because we're in this whole electric vehicle, seems a bit unrealistic in my opinion for them to try their own vehicle. To a certain extent, I can see what you mean. I think it would be almost too much of a joke, because they're known to be more of the tech company that creates iPhone products, that creates different everyday usage products that aren't vehicles. And it's more of, yeah, the name would be weird. I think it would be almost a joke at first, so I think they want to probably try and do a merger with another, or not a merger, but a partnership with another company. But at the same time, it's Apple, and I think they want to get their name out there, and because of that, I think a car from them would be a big improvement, and I would love to see that personally. I would love to see what they would do. That'd be very interesting. It'd be a different approach from them, and I could see it happening, but I think that's a long ways away from now. Well, I don't say long ways away, but I would say until something actually starts of it, I think we're talking the next couple of years, because we're still in this rumor phase where it's just up in the air. So I haven't heard too much about it in a while, but let's see. Yeah, so there's always like, yeah, they're working on car tech, So that's something. That's why I think they could do that type of thing for sure. But I don't know. They're building their own electric vehicle. That would be very interesting to see. What do you think of HCMC? HCMC is a dead stock as of right now. I hate to say it, but not too interested in that one. REKR. Let's check out REKR. REKR. Huh. What is this stock? I like the looks of this one for sure. I mean, we're trading very, very high right now. But this is one definitely that'd be nice to trade off of. Let me move this over here. Sorry. Hold on one sec. Refresh this. Why is it? Oh, maybe it's because it's like that. Okay, so yeah. REKR, I like the looks of this one. Again, in an overall uptrend, we've been holding our SMA line very nicely. I think a pullback back to $20 and below would be a better entry to get in for a long-term swing with it to the upside. But again, these candles are fairly large in certain days, so I think we could definitely trade off of this one as well. On Friday, I mean, it opened up at $19.50 and ran up to $21.85. I don't know what news came out on it, but it looks like one that'd be nice to trade off of. Let's check what Dow futures are down 65 points. S&P futures are basically flat. And the NASDAQ is up 17 points. A little confusing, but we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow looks. Nickel market, we're suffering the pullback with inflation and interest blocks. No, I think it'll be choppy. I think for sure this week will be a choppy week. It'll be like last week. Certain days we're green with positivity that bond yields are not going to be a problem. Other days it's going to be in talks again. But overall, it's not going to be a complete bloodbath. I don't think it's going to be anything too much to worry about, especially since the Fed already told us that we don't have to worry about it supposedly until 2023, which, again, they always say that stuff. They always say don't worry about it, which we probably won't have to. This is just one of those short-term deprecating factors that are telling us, look at, get away from the markets, sell everything, yada, yada, yada. But it's one of those things where a couple months from now, it won't be anything. A couple weeks from now, it won't be anything for that matter. So don't worry about it. I think this is a great buying opportunity for stocks that you're looking at long-term, and especially stocks that you're trying to buy the dip on. There's opportunities out there for these types of stocks, and I think that's always a good thing when we have this type of scare in the market. Mara and Riot, both great cryptocurrency plays to keep watch on for. They were trading very flat on Friday. They were trading very choppy. That's because Bitcoin is trading choppy. We were really trying to get through that 60K area. We couldn't. We're still trading below the 60K area. So I think once Bitcoin gets its cool-off point again and when we start running up again, I think that's when we get that entry point. I think Mara is trading fairly high right now. But again, if you're looking at long-term, I think it's a great opportunity. But for the short-term, I think we could see a pullback on Mara and Riot with Bitcoin, and then we get that next surge up to past 65K, 70K on Bitcoin. We'll see the same thing with Mara and Riot. They'll just explode as well, along with all the other cryptocurrency stocks out there. So definitely interested to see what happens with that. But again, that's if Bitcoin pulls back. Bitcoin may surge tomorrow or surge this week up to new highs, and then we want to keep watching these ones. But I think these are great stocks that you buy the dip on if you're bullish on Bitcoin. Do you trade options? Not very much. I know I've done it in the past. I'm not big into options at all, so trading them is not very much. I don't go through that very much. But you know, I've heard it's a great way to get quick, easy money, but it's a very high risk, high reward type game with trading options, and you gotta know a lot about options. You gotta know about all the Greeks, and you gotta just know what you're dealing with the stock, with upcoming catalysts, with upcoming earnings, whatever it may be. So trading options, definitely, it's a high risk, high reward type play. The money is there. You just gotta be willing to take the loss if it happens, and you gotta know when to stop out. So that's my opinion on trading options. So I don't do it as much, but FedEx back to 280 now. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments any just stock tickers, anything you guys want me to talk about, just let me know down in the comments. I'll probably stream for a little bit longer, probably close it down another 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes at least. But yeah. ARK invested, Tesla price target $3,000. Thoughts? Yeah, I believe in that. I mean, I'm bullish on Tesla, so I believe that it'll get to that price. But I don't know, not anytime soon. I think this is that stage where a lot of EVs are starting to cool off. I think we were very overhyped for a while with a lot of electric vehicle stocks, but I think they're starting to find their ground. And once more news starts coming out about electric vehicles again, and once the overall sector starts heating up again, I could see them starting to run up like they did before. But Tesla, $3,000, yes, it'll probably get up to that point eventually. I mean, we're still in the beginning stages of electric vehicle making, and this is just a new concept to us. There's less than, 5% of Teslas on the road, 10%. So Tesla getting to 3,000 will happen. It's just a matter of when and what news we get out about Tesla. I mean, Tesla's in the lead of this race for electric vehicles as of right now. And I think there's a lot of upside potential for not only Tesla, but a lot of other electric vehicle cars out there and car makers. So, but $3,000, I don't know when that'll happen. But I think Tesla is starting to like its bottom around that $600 area. And I think if we can see a bounce, I'd really like it for it to hold. Yeah, I'd really like to hold. Hold on here, let me back this out a little bit more. It's just been hard with the overall market. I mean, if we can hold this 640 area, 650 area pretty nicely, and we can stay up from here and start making higher highs, I think I like it. There's a good bit of resistance around $700. We tested that multiple times, so that's an area to keep watch for. We couldn't really break through, so I think this is a good buying opportunity for Tesla right now, and always average down on it. So yeah. Thanks for all you do. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll catch you in your next live stream in your Discord. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, gosh. Sales Eddie. Help me achieve 100K followers. Wow, 31K followers. Looks like do you stream on something? Or no? And who else do we have in here? It's so weird. It says there's like 3 people in here, but there's only 2. I love SPACs. How about you? Yeah, SPACs are fun to play off of, Marin. Yeah, the SPACs are definitely good to play off, especially if you catch them at the early stage. Sometimes they may take a little while, though, so just be wary of that. Sometimes we may be holding a SPAC that doesn't get any big news or catalysts come out for a while, but then when they do and they run up, there's a lot of hype into them. So I think they're great to trade off of, and I think they're fairly low risk. I mean, I'm assuming you agree with me on this, that especially if you catch them early enough, there's a lot more upside than there is downside to a lot of these. We could take example, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but CCIV, I mean, when it first came out, when it first IPO'd, there was a lot of short-term hype into this, and people just thought it was so overpriced, so overextended, but it kept on running up, and I think there's a lot of these SPACs are getting more hype, especially nowadays, so it's interesting. I bought on CCIV 15, I'm just holding forever. That's a great idea and a great plan. I'm with you, man. I think that was a great buy-in at that price. I wouldn't worry about what the media says about this stock. Yes, I think there would be an opportunity for you to trade in a different account for the short term with them getting their merger day. I think there's going to be a good run up into that, but I think you're going to cool off again. I think we'll probably go back down to the $20, $30 area, but eventually I think this will be a great long-term stock. I'm really bullish on this as well. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with CCIV in the future. Lucid Motors. It's a good one. Good one to keep watching for. Well, if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. It's only a couple of years now, so we'll probably end it in a little bit. It was a pretty chill night. We had a lot of people jumping in the beginning, and then all of a sudden everyone left. So it's kind kind of all over the place with this stuff sometimes. Do you have any other SPACs that you're watching? Is there any other SPAC plays that maybe I should know about that we're just kind of holding on to right now? Check this one out. I still think GIK is a great buy at this price. There's a lot of support here at this like $11 area. Guys, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? If you have any stocks or any tickers you want to drop down below, let me know. If you have any questions at all, comment them down below. If any of you are new here, don't forget to follow my Discord. I do a morning watch list every morning, so I'll send out a morning watch list, stocks to watch out for. If you guys are interested in following my YouTube channel, I have that as well. But yeah, we can go over anything. I do like GIK though. I think there's a lot of upside with this one. What else we got here? My man George Washington is back. What's going on? My #1 supporter right there. Always in my streams. Pre-market. So Dow futures are down 70 points. S&P 500 is about break even. Nasdaq is up about 11 points. So not looking too well for the Dow. When I first started the stream, it was only down like 30 points, and now we're down about 70 points. But that's only futures, so things could change. Depends what news you get in the morning and how the world market is. So. But yeah, if you guys don't have any other questions, I might just end the stream here. Just been a chill night. Hope you guys had a good time. But do I trade full time? No, I do not. Not at this moment. And no, I just do it for fun on the side, and I enjoy it. I'm also fairly new compared to a lot of people. I mean, I've only been doing this for, I've only been in the markets for about almost 2 years now, but really only been trading past 8 months, 6 months, so hasn't been that long. So doing the final countdown stock is FDA approved in March 24th. Let me look into that. I don't know what that means. Do you know what a final countdown stock is? FDA approved on March 24th. Final countdown stock? I don't know. Just take the final countdown, March 24th. Is there like a ticker, or what is this here? Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, comment them down below. Any stocks you want me to go over? How do you feel about the news regarding Plug? I did not like the news, a bit worried. So I was a little bit worried at first, but then I just told myself, wait, why am I worried? Because I'm long-term in the stock. And if you are long-term, you still believe in the stock, I think this is one of the better clean energy stocks. I think this is a great long-term investment at this price. Because of that, think about it this way. So yes, they're going to have to change and restate their numbers. That may affect their future projections. But their future projections, either way, are still higher than many other companies and what they're projecting for revenue and sales and what they're expected to do. So I think this is one of the better clean energy stocks out there that work with electric vehicles, that are just one of the more talked about stocks. And you know what? I think this is a good buy the dip type news. It was a little worrisome just because, you know, it started to be the stock ran up very quick, very fast, and that was a little worrisome at first for me. But I think I'm still long term in it, so I think this is a great buying opportunity. And I think it'll be a little choppy for the next couple weeks, but eventually once we get out of this and we go back to the company being the company rather than this screw up in their accounting numbers, I think we'll be back to normal with this stock. BLDP, we can talk about that one real quick. If you guys have any stocks, drop down below. So BLDP, not too familiar with the company itself, but I think we're trading at a very cheap level for the short term. Nice swing trade on this one, especially at this area of support. So I think you got support around $23, you got support around $21. So I think if we can show signs of upward direction on BLDP, I think we can break out of this channel of like 26 to, yeah. So watch it, set alerts around $26, $26.50, $27, all those areas of breaking out. If we can keep on breaking out and getting into higher highs, I like that. And there's a lot of upside potential with this stock the way that it looks. So I like BLDP. I'm heavy on DraftKings. Trust them more than Penn National Gaming. I like both DKNG and Penn National Gaming. I was reading articles of which one's better for the long term. I don't know. Personally, I like DKNG, DraftKings, but Penn is trading right now at a better price. It's a better deal price. So that's why I'm kind of harping on Penn, just because of the fact that DraftKings is trading basically at resistance, and if we fall off of this, I would love to see it dip back down to the lower 60s, like it did back when we had that mini pullback there. I think that was a great buying opportunity, but we're trading at such a high level right now that short term it's not the best, but long term I like the stock. But Penn is trading at a nice stock or price right now, so I think I would look at that one for the short term. CCIV, yeah, we talked about CCIV. But if you weren't here for that, I think this is a great stock at this price. I think this is a lot of long-term upside potential. I see a price target by the end of the year of $70 to $80. What's going to happen is the stock is going to get some short-term running up because of the merger date news. Once we get that news, it's going to run up to merger, and it's going to pull back again like we saw before. Once it pulls back again, I think from there on out, it's Lucid Motors' job as a company to perform, and I think it's a great opportunity to get in at that point for long-term position. I think it's a great long-term position here as well, but we have short-term catalysts coming up, so I think you can make a trade off of that. It'll pull back to the $30, $20 level, and we can go long-term from there. But if you want to just hold it from now, just have your money in there and sit there, I think that's a safe bet too with CCIV. And once it goes through Lucid Motors, I think it's a great idea. So I think there's a lot of hype behind the name of this stock. Lucid Motors is a lot of hype behind that name, and I think they've got big plans in the future. Previous Tesla workers, there's a lot going for the stock. Their production is going to start ramping up this fall, and I think that's good news for them. So, yeah. Okay, well, I think we'll probably end it about here. If you guys have any last questions, I'm probably going to end it. If you guys are new here, click the link in my bio and join my Discord. It's completely free, and I send out a morning watch list every morning with stocks that you can watch out for. So if you're looking to day trade some stocks, I send out a morning watch list around 9 o'clock, and you'll get those lists of stocks, and they're great stocks to trade off of. So if you're interested in that, or any long-term stocks you want to talk about, or just talk about anything with the community, click the link in my bio and join my Discord, as well as my YouTube channel, which I'm streaming on right now. So I post on there a couple times a week, and I also do my live streams on YouTube. So it's a great time. Come join the community, and hopefully we guys see you there. Thank you so much. We'll definitely join when I'm not working, studying. Perfect. I'd love to see you there. Martin, thank you for joining the stream tonight. It was great to have you here. Always welcome. I stream every Sunday and then once in a while throughout the week, but every Sunday at 8 o'clock we do our streams, and I'm always in the Discord, so if you have any questions, DM me at all. I'll be happy to answer them. So thank you guys for everything, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Don't forget to join the Discord and YouTube channel. See you guys.